In today's clip, I just want to keep ringing that orange bell that keeps on giving in the form of another impending impeachment trial for our ex-president. Different year, same result. Boy, I think I'm having deja vu. Hail, Zempak here. Another day, another Groundhog's Day, perhaps, because it's 2021 and we're about to get an impeachment trial. Didn't we already do this last year? I do like me some time loop situations. But let's dig in on why a cynic like me might love or hate this brand spanking new version of the impeachment trial this year. Obviously, hoping for a different result. If you're here already, for one reason or another, please comment, like, and subscribe, because you're just a gentler and kinder human being than I. I'll alternate between pros and cons, okay? Pro number one. Let's be honest. We just want to beat this orange douche into a pulp, don't we? It'd feel good to convict him and make him literally the biggest loser in the free world. I think that's the number one reason, because he's been a terrible person, a terrible president. Honestly, a terrible waste of space, okay? The only president who treats the job like it's a vacation and ignores his entire intelligence apparatus, but leans on internet rumors for information. The man is dangerous only because he's a moron who's had an incredibly important job, right? I'm so happy he's gone without having accomplished much of anything, but ideally I'd like to erase him from the records entirely. That's not going to happen, so slapping him with being the only president ever convicted of impeachment would be, frankly, sweet. Con one, on the flip side, Jesus H. Christ, I simply do not want to think about this pompous pumpkin any more than I have to. His casual racism, his incalculable level of lies, and his way of weirdly projecting all his insecurities onto others. Oh man, if I have to listen to this dude say things like, "Nobody knew how many countries there are in the world." Dude, people know. I know. Like, whenever he says nobody knows such and such a facts, it literally means that only he didn't know, alright? So apparently, if he doesn't know something, then surely no one else could possibly have that information. The level of arrogance this implies is just psychotic, okay? And we've already had to endure, what, like 6 years of this. So if I never hear any more news about Trump ever again, frankly, that would lower my blood pressure. Alas, we're not going to get that quite yet, okay? At least for another month or two. Pro 2. If convicted, he won't be able to run for office again, most likely. And will lose definitely his pension and some other, benefits of the office. This is actually related to my last con, right? As the idea that Trump might actually want to make a political comeback like Grover Cleveland is just scary and astounding, okay? Good God, I don't want to hear from this guy for the rest of, his life at this point, right? Now here I have to say, I do not believe all 74 million people who voted for him is a die-hard Trumper. I think there are real conservatives in there that just held their nose and voted Republican, right? The real Trumpers can please just disappear back under the rocks they emerged from. Really, please, go away, okay? And taking away his pension and things like that is just a symbolic FU. He doesn't need it, but since he's a complete shit stain on our country's history, no taxpayer should be on the hook to support his gold toilet lifestyle either, right? Finally, con 2. Frankly, don't we have real issues in this world to deal with and to worry about right now? I get it, he asked for an insurrection that's a real threat for democracy, but let me be clear. His supporters were genuinely surprised that there weren't some 11th hour coup to keep the orange douche, in the presidency. But I wasn't. Have you seen this dude's ability to think strategically or plan ahead, during this entire duration of his public life? This is a dude who was genuinely surprised when he actually won the presidency, okay? And flailed about killing Obamacare while he had his party in control of both houses, and yet still accomplished nothing. I'm not sure he's capable at this point of ordering a McDonald's value meal, much less a military coup. Alright? Aren't we still under a pandemic and the looming doom and gloom in terms of related employment and survivability of small businesses? Crisis, right? I pray this trial will be quick and to the point, because honestly, the country's going through some real trying times right now. That has nothing to do with any single dude's whim, but with the literal forces of nature. So concentrate on getting some results for the public, please, and get to work, please, our public officials. I implore you. All right. My goodness, I guess really my point is simply this, right? I'm undecided on how much I want to see the douche dragged out anymore, for any more time, right? I could only hope the senators at his trial will remember that less than a month ago, in January of 2021, his supporters were outside of your offices calling for destruction, mayhem, and who knows what else. To you personally, okay? Is that the kind of world that you want to live in, where elections are ignored and all one needs is a willing mob? So please, get it done and get it done fast, so you can do your real job of serving the public, serving Americans, okay? In the meantime, check out some of my other clips on the corners above. Cheers.